guys, welcome back to another pregnancy update. I know it's been a little while and I said I would do these every 2 weeks, but my last pregnancy update was at 22 weeks and I'm currently 26 weeks as of yesterday, so I accidentally skipped week 24. I apologize, my bad. But to be honest, nothing really happened in those couple of weeks, or nothing really different, so I didn't really have a hell of a lot to update you guys on. So anyway, I have some stuff to update you on, so let's just jump to it. If you are new to my channel and you just stumbled across me just in the world of YouTube, I am pregnant, obviously, 26 weeks with my third baby. I have an 8-year-old son Jackson and a 2-year-old little girl called Lucy Lou. So yes, we also do lots of vlogs and all different types of videos, so if that interests you or you'd like to see any of our other pregnancy updates, please hit that subscribe button and then you guys won't miss out on anything. Anyway, sorry, I'm sitting on the floor in my lounge room. My hair is very disheveled, but Lucy's due to wake up soon and I thought if I don't do this now, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to have a 2-year-old crawling all over me. Oh my god, and I'm still burping like crazy. Anyway, so let's just jump to it. Long-winded intro. Okay, so what's been happening? Sickness and energy wise, I don't have any sickness. I've felt really energetic, not really energetic, let's be real, but you know, regular. As energetic as a 26-week pregnant person can be, really. I'm still working full-time. I've been working probably about 45 hours a week and then juggling the house and the kids. I think I'm doing pretty good. My house isn't like disgusting and my children are fed and I'm pretty sure they're fairly happy, and yeah, so I've cooked like dinner nearly every night, so winning, yay. So you know, that's a positive thing. I'm not doing too bad, although I have so much pelvic pain. This baby is sitting incredibly low and it's also big. I have a big belly. Well, I don't know if it's big, but my measurements wise, I went to the hospital today for my big hospital appointment. I'm measuring about 3 weeks ahead. So I was 26 weeks yesterday and I'm measuring about 29. I have been measuring a couple of weeks ahead every visit. This one, it's usually 2 weeks, but now it's 3 weeks. So my belly is quite large and it's really low. All of the weight is in my pelvis region, which feels like I'm carrying bricks at God, Cara, you can talk, which makes me feel like I'm carrying around bricks in my vagina, pretty much. Like, it's a lot of pressure. I'm experiencing Braxton Hicks already, something I didn't experience with the other kids until very much later and much closer to them being born. I never got them this early. My stomach will like contract and go rock hard and really uncomfortable. As I said, there's heaps of pressure pain, like my pelvis is really hurting. I'm waddling like there's no tomorrow when I'm walking around, like full-blown waddling, and I've still got so long to go. Yeah, just feeling terribly uncomfortable. I get cramps, I get stretching pain. It's, you know, I guess stuff you'd expect in your pregnancy, but something I didn't, oh look, it's paining now, it's hurting. But stuff I didn't experience with my previous 2 pregnancies until much later. So it's just thrown me off that I'm feeling this uncomfortable in that region so early. So yeah. Anyway, baby's kicking loads, it's moving loads, so that's good. As I said, I had my big hospital appointment today. If you don't know, I'm not exactly sure if I've mentioned this on my channel, but I've got von Willebrand's disease, which is a bleeding disorder. It hasn't affected me whatsoever. besides hemorrhaging with Jackson when I gave birth to him, I hemorrhaged a bit afterwards. But basically it's a bleeding disorder. My factor VIII levels in my blood, which help clot your blood. It's not the only component that clots your blood, but it is a component, and I've got really low levels of that. So my blood clots. I'm not like hemophiliac, you know, it's nothing that serious. It just doesn't clot as fast as a regular person. They call us free bleeders. So anyway, they're a bit concerned about that, although I find it weird because they weren't really concerned about that when I was pregnant with Lucy. I had a really horrible doctor during my pregnancy with Lucy. I'm really lucky that her birth was like super easy, quick. You know, it was no, what's the word I'm looking for? Baby brain to the max. There was no complications. But I had a really crap doctor, and yeah, she was just super unhelpful. This one seems really lovely, but yeah, she is a bit concerned about that, and especially because I hemorrhaged with Jackson. I also got a 3rd degree tear with Jackson, which wasn't so much fun. I had a lot of stitches, but he was also a very big baby. So they are also concerned this time around that I'm measuring large, and that Jackson was, you know, just under 9 pounds, and he caused me so much grief. That they don't want that happening again, so they're really going to keep an eye on how big the baby is getting. If I'm still running this big, they'll probably do they'll do a measurement scan to have a better idea about how big the baby is. She talked about cesareans, that if the baby is running big, that might be my best option to avoid the tearing and the hemorrhaging like I did with Jackson. My pelvis just couldn't get out his head, and it was very difficult, and he just made it out. She wants me to have blood tests done every 2 weeks to keep check on my factor VIII levels in my blood to make sure that's okay, because if that's not, I might have to have some factor VIII injections throughout my pregnancy. That's also in combination of my anti-D injections, because I do have antibody blood, so I have to have those anti-D injections. So I'm just going to be prodded like a pin needle during this pregnancy. So blood test every 2 weeks. My first anti-D is due in 2 weeks. I then have to do my glucose test as well in 2 weeks. Then I go back to the hospital in like a month. I will meet with the surgeons, obviously, to see if I'm still running big and discuss my options in terms of the cesarean, or my options if I do choose a vaginal birth, if I wanted an epidural. I'm also meeting up with the anaesthetist team, because when I was pregnant with Jackson and I had like an 18-hour labor and I pushed for 3 hours and I had a nearly 9-pound baby and I had a 3rd degree tear and I had no anesthetic, people. Nothing. I asked for an epidural, but the anaesthetist wouldn't give it to me because, well, yeah, he didn't want to give it to me because of my bleeding disorder. He was concerned about giving me the epidural and then bleeding into my spine, which is fair enough. So this time around, to combat that happening again and me in a position where I'm freaking dying, that I'm gonna have a consultation with the anaesthetist team as well. So if I do have a vaginal birth, that I know my options and they can maybe preempt, maybe give me that factor VIII injection beforehand and be confident in giving me some pain relief if I get to have that option. At the moment, she kept mentoring the word cesarean, which makes me a bit nervous. She also told me to go see a physio in regards to my pelvic pain, burping, sorry, this is just a thing of mine. See a physio about my pelvic pain. She also suggested to get a belly band to try and get that weight off my pelvis a little bit. So I'm going to try and get that on the weekend and book in to see a physio and maybe do some regular physio appointments. Yeah, I told her that I wanted to plan on working the whole time. She doesn't think that's going to happen, so she was a bit concerned, like, don't put too much pressure on yourself, like your body is struggling as it is, and you know, you've still got like what, freaking 12-13 weeks to go. So yeah, I've still got a long way to go, but fingers crossed that things plateau out a bit. The belly band helps, physio helps, and I'm still able to work right up until I give birth. I did that with Lucy. I finished work on the Friday and she was born the Saturday. So I took for granted how easy that pregnancy was. It was super easy. The birth was really easy. Everything seemed so much easier that time around to this time around. So yeah, I'm just struggling a bit in the discomfort area, but other than that, everything else is really good. So I don't think I have anything else. That was like my big update, was all my appointment and that kind of stuff. So of course I will do another update in 2 weeks. By then I would have had a couple of blood tests done. My glucose test should have also been done, and a few other things, so I'll be able to update you guys on what's going on there. In terms of anything else, I'm still craving sugar like there's no tomorrow, so fingers crossed the diabetes test doesn't show anything, because that's just gonna stuff everything up, isn't it? Yeah, so just getting that pretty much. Oh, weight gain. I am 54 kilos, so I've gained probably about 6 kilos this whole pregnancy so far, which I think is pretty good. I mean, it's not a huge amount, it's not too little. I feel like those 6 kilos are sitting in my vagina though, so fun times. Yeah, we're just pondering along. We're thinking of getting the cot next week, so that will be nice. I haven't really brought any baby stuff since my baby haul quite a few weeks ago. If you want to check that out, I will link it below. So yeah, let's look at my belly because my camera light is flashing flat. So this is my belly at 26 weeks. As you can see, very low, very round. That's the front on my big belly, and yeah, it's very hard at the moment. It's kind of cramping this very second, so it's very hard and stretched. That's what it looks like with my shirt down. I am running out of clothes to wear. So that was my belly, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. And I've really enjoyed sharing this journey with you guys. So yes, as I said, click that subscribe button, like the video, and I'm going to catch you guys in my next video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching.